On this video, I'm going to share with you ways that you can use social media to get more leads for LegalShield, to get more customers coming in, and to build your team. Now, I'm going to do it by actually teaching you something. So my encouragement to you is to watch this entire video because I'm going to take you through good social media posts, bad social media posts, how to write really good hooks so that the people you're targeting for your LegalShield business get excited to engage with you and actually talk with you and come into the business either as an associate with you or to just buy the plan. So if that's what you want, that's what I'm going to teach on this video. So let's just jump in. And I went around the internet looking for other LegalShield associates just to kind of get a sense of what are they posting that's not working. Because then if we can find out what's not working, we can start to figure out, and I can give you tools and ideas of how to think about all this that will work for you, okay? So first of all, I found this LegalShield associate and I blocked off, faces and names because I don't want to embarrass anybody. That's not my goal here. I just want to start to show how to improve upon this. And so what you're seeing here is she made a post and it's getting no likes, no comments, no shares. And it says boosting employee benefits with legal and identity theft plans. Now, one of the things I like about what she did here is she focused in on a specific target audience, which is something that I find a lot of LegalShield associates just don't do. They use their social media in what I call a shotgun approach, where it's just, hey, let me just throw stuff out there and hope somebody sees it. It's called hope marketing. Hope somebody comes back and engages with me and maybe wants to buy a plan from me. That's not how you want to do this. And I want to help you do this in a much more structured marketing, mature way, if that's a good way to say it. So what could she have done that's different to target a business owner target audience? Well, I came up with a few what I call hooks. Hooks are basically headlines that you're using on your social media posts that will attract in your target audience, where now you get them sitting up in their chair and they're open to listening to you. Isn't the big frustration you probably have right now in terms of getting leads for the LegalShield business and getting people to actually come in to buy from you and join your team is that you're talking a lot about it, you're posting a lot about it, but nobody is coming to you and has an open mind and really wants to hear what you're talking about. Well, you might say, last month I helped a business save $4,854 without laying off an employee. If a business owner is on social media and they see a hook like that, they're going to stop the scroll and they're going to want to know more. And that's what your hook is meant to do, is just to get them to stop and pay attention to your post, not all the other posts that they could pay attention to. Or you might say, the unexpected legal loophole that saves businesses money while providing employee benefits. Want to know what that is? Yeah, I would like to know what that is. If I'm a business owner thinking about how can I provide my employees more reasons to stay with me, because a big pain point for employers is people leave and then all the pain and expense and time involved in training new people, hiring new people. Or one benefit package mistake small business owners make that could cost them everything. Yeah, they want to know about that. See how that's much more curiosity based and is going to hook somebody in than just making a statement boosting employee benefits. And also, she put the name here of LegalShield. I wouldn't do that. I would just use your hooks without the company name, because otherwise, if I'm your target audience and I see your post and I see LegalShield, I can just go to Google or YouTube, do a search and start looking up what is LegalShield, what do plans look like, and potentially buy from the company website itself or buy from another LegalShield associate who's doing it the right way that I'm teaching you here. I don't want that to happen to you. So you should be just talking about the problem that you solve, which is what these hooks focus in on, and don't talk about the LegalShield business yet. Get them to come to you, and then in your social media post, your call to action could just be, hey, pop loophole in the comments and I'll come back and give you more information. I've put a link to our digital recruiting bootcamp in the pinned comment and description. It's a 5-day free training on how to master the 3 phases of the attraction marketing funnel that I'm giving you a broad idea about in this video. You'll learn how to use the attract, influence, and enroll phases of attraction marketing to start attracting more best fit customers and team members. Click the link in the description in the pinned comment to get 100% of the details for marketing in a fun, attractive manner. Here's another one. This one is just downright awful. First of all, it's just a generic picture, okay? And then look at this. It's just a big wall of text of all these different things talking about protect your family with a will, get a living will or healthcare power of attorney, review your insurance coverage, review your credit report, watch for signs of identity theft. I mean, it's just everything you could possibly do with a LegalShield membership and nothing. Nobody's paying attention because Would you stop the scroll on your social media and read all this? That's not entertaining. It's not helpful. They're talking about too many things all at once. You don't want to do this, okay? What might be a better way to do it? Well, a better way to do it would be to pull out one of these areas and focus in on that. For example, you might focus on credit report. 3 credit report blind spots that could cost your family thousands. Well, that's a hook that's going to draw somebody in. What no one tells you about identity theft until it's too late. Yeah, I want to know about that before it's too late. So you're going to hook them in, then you can explain a little more in your post and then give them a call to action without talking about LegalShield yet. Just bring them in as someone who wants to solve the problem that you're focusing on solving. Or the #1 legal oversight about wills that puts your family at risk and how to fix it. Yeah, I want to know about that. I'm going to pay attention to your post a little bit more. At least I have some curiosity now to listen to you. Now, let's take a look at this one. I found this one on Instagram. And these images here, I don't even know what they mean. What is this? This is just a guy yelling into a cell phone. Now, this one kind of makes sense, right? It got 20 likes, but no comments. It kind of makes sense, the picture, you're getting a ticket. But again, there's no reference. There's not enough reference here. So what they really need to do is to take the hook approach. And they could have done something like maybe putting up reels, where maybe it's just got some B-roll going on in the background, and you would have the words here putting some of these hooks, like some of these hooks that I gave you up here. You could have some B-roll running here on a reel and have the hook that I can read as I'm going through my Instagram feed. That might make me stand up and pay attention to you. Another thing here is what they put in terms of how they help folks. And you probably can't see that very well. Let me just see if I can make this bigger. Okay. The description here is enjoy your life I think they meant to say every day. Enjoy your life every day, worry-free by having a peace of mind and the unlimited advice of a professional lawyer and things like that. Again, boring. Nobody's going to care about that. Nobody wakes up in the morning thinking that they want professional advice from a lawyer. Do you wake up thinking those things? No, you wake up with real problems that you want to solve, like these here. It might be better for this person, or if it's you, right, if you're thinking how you're going to do it, to have a description on your social media that explains who you help specifically. Maybe it's I help business owners protect their livelihood from frivolous lawsuits. That's much more attention grabbing. Or I help single dads beat the judge trying to take their children away. Or I help moms and dads protect themselves from predatory local school officials. Okay, I just took these ideas from stories I've heard out there recently from folks. You need to make it your story. What is your story that got you attracted to LegalShield? What legal problem did you solve that got you excited? That's a clue into who your target audience should be. Are you a single dad who had to beat the court system because you got divorced and they were trying to take your kids away? Well, if that's the case, there's a lot of other single dads out there dealing with the same issue. That might be a clue into who your target audience is. If you narrow it down to something like that, then your social media posts are going to be all geared towards single dads and solving that problem. And that's going to draw you a much bigger follower base than trying to be all things to all people, or showing somebody yelling into a cell phone where I have no idea what the heck that even means. I'm not going to stop my scroll there. Here's one where I didn't hide the name because this guy's actually doing a pretty good job. Here's a LegalShield associate, and he's kind of doing it halfway. He's got a little too much information here talking about LegalShield specifically, but what he's actually doing is he's talking about what he specializes in. It's a little more broad than I would recommend, talking about protecting individuals, families, and small business and employee benefits. He should really focus in on just one of those groups, but he's talking about here, helping small businesses affordably protect and grow their businesses. It's a little more specific. It's a step above than what I've shown you already in terms of some of the mistakes people are making for LegalShield on social media. And you can see it's working because he is getting some engagement here. So really good job, Keith. I would recommend focusing down a little more on a specific target audience and starting to use some of the hooks that I'm teaching here. I've put a link to our digital recruiting bootcamp in the pinned comment and description. It's a 5-day free training on how to master the 3 phases of the attraction marketing funnel that I'm giving you a broad idea about in this video. You'll learn how to use the attract, influence, and enroll phases of attraction marketing to start attracting more best fit customers and team members. Click the link in the description in the pinned comment to get 100% of the details for marketing in a fun, attractive manner. Now, what I attempted to do is go out on the social media and see if I could find some LegalShield associates that were just blowing up their social media, and I'm not finding it. So this is good for you, though. If you're watching this video, then you want to take what I'm teaching you and you could be the person that dominates your social media around the Legal Shield business, starts getting leads and sales and all of that, and be the one that stands out amongst all the Legal Shield associates out there doing it on the bad post way that I've been sharing with you. But this is just a guy that was talking about fixing his diabetes and losing weight, and I just happened to find him. And it's a small channel. It's only got 5,000 followers. Let me see if I can blow it up just a little bit bigger for you. And as you can see here, he's getting a lot of views, 144,000 views, 325,000 views, 106,000 views, because he's telling his story and he's being vulnerable and he's showing people how, hey, I'm not in shape yet, but I'm getting in shape, okay? So it's a different niche than Legal Shield, of course, but I'm just sharing that with you so that you can start to think of your business in terms of what is your story? What brought you to Legal Shield? Be more of a human being on your social media and tell your story with a target market, as I talked about a few minutes ago, that will identify with your story. That's going to get you a lot better results as you go forward. Now, what I thought I'd do here is bring you some of the hooks that I brought you above, and also I'm giving you 3 additional ones. And you can pause the video as I go through here. I wouldn't copy these word for word. I just want you to pause the video, look at these, jot them down, and start to craft this type of hook for your situation and your target audience, the people you want to really attract in for your Legal Shield business. That's going to help you if you start thinking in terms of this. Now, there's much more to building out a good quality social media post. There's going to be the hook, but then there's got to be the story part of it, and then there's got to be a call to action as well. I don't have time for all of that on this video. I'll bring more of that out in future videos, but for now, I just want to get you thinking in terms of hooks. What's the first thing you can start that post with that's going to hook somebody in like this, as opposed to being, super boring like this with no context at all, giving people walls of text of stuff that they don't care about in that moment, and just using the Legal Shield name and not having a hook. There's no question in my mind why this person's getting no engagement. It's not hooky. It's not curiosity based. That's the problem there. So I want you to take these ideas and use them for your specific situation. And the last thing I want to share with you here, what I'm showing you is part of what we call the attraction marketing funnel. And what that means is that the attraction marketing funnel has 3 parts to it that I want you to start to learn and use in your Legal Shield business to get much better results. There's going to be a part of it that we call the attract phase. That's the phase I'm talking about right here in this whole video, is how to attract your target audience through really good social media hooks that will stop the scroll and get those folks to pay attention to you. And now you're opening their minds so they'll listen more. So this is the cold market, people that don't know you exist yet. Getting good at the hooks will attract them to you to get them to at least start to pay attention. Then the influence stage is now you're warming those folks up, and there's certain types of posts that you can do that now that people are following you, you can continue to drip out new information about what Legal Shield is all about, more problems and things that you can solve for them on a legal basis that you may not have talked about yet in the first post that attracted them to you to begin with, and all of that. You're warming them up to you. And then, of course, the third big phase is the enroll phase, where those are the hot prospects. Those are the ones where you give calls to action like, put legal in the comments, or put whatever term you give them in the comments. They put that in there. You then go ahead and connect with them on a private basis and start giving them more information, maybe move it off of social media to a Zoom call where you can really start to build a relationship with that person and bring them in as a customer or as a team member. That's the process that you want to take them through, the attraction marketing funnel. Now, if you would like to get much more detail around what is an attraction marketing funnel, how do I do the 3 phases of it and all of that, I've put in the description and pinned comment below this video a link to our 5-day digital recruiting bootcamp that will teach you exactly how to take these processes and insert them into your Legal Shield business so that you have a real marketing system running. And as you get it running, you'll start to see sales coming in, people joining on autopilot over time, where all the posts that you've done in the past continue to build and swell traffic to your social media profile, where people are joining or requesting more information from you. when you're eating, when you're sleeping, all of that stuff that I know you want to see happen. So just go ahead and click that link in the pinned comment in the description. It'll take you to a page where you can put in your email, and then over the next 5 days, I'll drip 5 days of information teaching you exactly what this attraction marketing funnel is all about and how you can put it together into your LegalShield business. That's the way to build online, is to use social media correctly, know how to use hooks, know who your target audience is, know how to do the main body of a written post, or how to do a reel correctly, and how to have good, strong calls to actions so your prospects really want to make contact with you so you can have good quality discussions with them. That's the only way to build a business, is you've got to learn the marketing and sales part of this. And what we teach in that 5-day boot camp is all about how to understand the attraction marketing funnel, how to put it to work so that you do become a digital recruiting master with LegalShield. Now, before I go, I have done another video about the attraction marketing funnel, and it's a review video that gives you a lot more deeper concept into what it's all about and how I use it to build my business, why I used it, and all of that. So if you'd like to watch a video that gives you a deeper look into what that's all about, I'll put this up above me somewhere here where you can go ahead and watch that and get all that information. So go watch that next and see me over there.